I'm grateful you joined tonight. Your brain files away memories during rest, deciding which moments to keep close and which to gently release into the background. Tonight, you'll discover how dreams create safe spaces for healing old wounds and understand why forgiveness might happen most naturally while you sleep. Welcome to Get Sleepy Science. Wherever you are right now, perhaps carrying memories that still feel heavy, or simply wondering why some moments from years ago still visit you at night, allow yourself this gentle exploration. We'll journey through 100 psychology facts about dreams and healing, from the theater where your mind rehearses difficult conversations, to the chemistry that softens painful memories, to the bridge between who you were and who you're becoming. This thoughtful journey through consciousness builds bridges between searching minds. Your gentle support, a like, subscribe, or a quiet share, creates a pathway for more dreamers to discover and brings us closer to protect this sanctuary for every tired mind who finds their way here. One peaceful night, one sleepy soul at a time. Let yourself settle completely here. Feel your jaw unclench, your breath deepen naturally. You can let these thoughts drift past without holding them. Sense that soothing heaviness enveloping you, like your consciousness slowly dimming its brightness. Thoughts dissolving into the peaceful fog of approaching sleep, safe and undisturbed. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. You're floating where memories rest safely in gentle darkness. Let your mind merge with infinite peace. And now we begin. Lucid dreaming is the experience of knowing you're dreaming while still inside the dream itself. During a typical dream, you accept impossible events without question. Flying through the air, talking with someone who passed away years ago, or finding yourself back in your childhood home. But in a lucid dream, a part of your awareness suddenly recognizes, this is a dream. You're both the dreamer and the observer, asleep and somehow awake at the same time. This state happens most often during REM sleep, when your brain's prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for self-awareness and decision-making, becomes partially active while you remain deeply asleep. Research shows that roughly 55% of people have experienced at least one lucid dream in their lifetime, and about 23% experience them regularly, at least once per month. It's a natural phenomenon, more common than we once thought. The term lucid dreaming was coined by Dutch psychiatrist Frederik van Eden in 1913, but the experience itself has been documented for thousands of years. Ancient Tibetan Buddhist monks practiced a form of dream yoga called Milam, deliberately cultivating awareness within dreams as part of their spiritual training. They believed that mastering the dream state could teach practitioners about the nature of reality itself. In Western psychology, the phenomenon remained largely dismissed as impossible until the 1970s. When Stanford researcher Stephen LaBerge developed a method to prove lucid dreaming was real, he trained himself to make specific eye movements during REM sleep, left, right, while lucid, creating a signal that could be measured on sleep lab equipment. His experiments, published in 1981, provided scientific validation for experiences dreamers had long reported. During REM sleep, most of your body is temporarily paralyzed, a protective mechanism that prevents you from physically acting out your dreams. But your eyes continue to move beneath closed lids, and your brain remains intensely active. In fact, brain scans show that REM sleep can be just as metabolically active as waking consciousness. The regions responsible for visual processing, emotion, and memory consolidation light up brightly, while areas governing logical reasoning and self-awareness typically remain quiet. This is why regular dreams feel so real in the moment, but make little logical sense when you wake. In lucid dreams, however, something unusual happens. The dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, normally offline during REM, partially reactivates. This creates a hybrid state where you have dream content combined with waking-level self-awareness. A foot in both worlds simultaneously. Your brain processes emotional memories differently when you're dreaming than when you're awake. During REM sleep, the amygdala, your brain's emotional processing center, remains highly active, while stress hormone levels drop significantly. Norepinephrine, a chemical associated with anxiety and the body's stress response, falls to its lowest levels of the entire 24-hour cycle during REM sleep. This creates what researchers call an emotionally safe neurochemical environment. Your brain can replay difficult memories, reactivating the emotions attached to them, but without the same physiological stress response you'd experience while awake. Scientists at the University of California, Berkeley have demonstrated that REM sleep serves as a primary emotional regulation mechanism, allowing the brain to process difficult memories within a neurochemically safe environment, essentially providing overnight therapy, helping to soften the emotional charge of difficult experiences through repeated, safe exposure. Dreams often revisit unresolved emotional experiences, especially those involving regret, loss, or unfinished conversations. Research tracking dream content over extended periods has found that people experiencing grief or processing relationship endings report significantly more dreams featuring the lost person or situation. These dreams aren't random. They appear to follow a pattern. Early dreams tend to directly replay painful moments or conversations that went wrong. Middle period dreams begin introducing variations, alternative scenarios, or symbolic representations of the relationship. Later, dreams often feature the person in peaceful, resolved contexts, or shift focus entirely to other themes. Researchers suggest that dreams may serve as a natural rehearsal space for emotional processing, allowing the mind to work through difficult feelings gradually, testing different perspectives and outcomes without the stakes and stress of waking life. Each dream is another gentle attempt at understanding. Forgiveness, neurologically speaking, involves multiple brain regions working together to override old emotional patterns. The ventromedial prefrontal cortex, which helps regulate emotions and make complex social decisions, becomes more active when people think about forgiving someone who hurt them. Meanwhile, activity decreases in regions associated with negative emotion and rumination. But here's what makes this relevant to dreaming. The neural circuits involved in forgiveness significantly overlap with those most active during REM sleep. Your brain's memory consolidation systems, its emotion regulation networks, and its capacity for perspective shifting. All of these are working intensely while you dream. Sleep researchers have found that people who spend more time in REM sleep show improved emotional regulation and decreased rumination about past conflicts when tested the following day. Your dreaming mind may be doing forgiveness work even without your conscious effort. In a lucid dream, you have something you never have in waking life: the ability to safely confront and even rewrite painful memories. Clinical research has documented cases where individuals learned lucid dreaming techniques and successfully had healing conversations with deceased loved ones in their dreams. While the encounter occurs within the dreamer's own mind, the emotional relief and sense of closure often persist after waking, helping to ease long-held guilt or regret. One documented case involved someone who had carried guilt for 20 years about harsh words spoken before an unexpected death. After achieving lucidity during a dream where the deceased person appeared, they were able to have the conversation they'd never had, to apologize, to listen, to say goodbye properly. When they woke, something had shifted. The guilt didn't vanish entirely, but its grip had loosened. Your brain treats vividly imagined experiences as surprisingly similar to real ones when it comes to emotional learning. Neuroscience research shows that imagining an experience activates many of the same neural pathways as actually having that experience. This is why visualization techniques work for athletes and anxiety treatment, and why lucid dreams, which feel real and engage genuine emotion, can create actual neural changes similar to waking experiences. Having a healing conversation in a lucid dream provides practice that your brain processes as meaningful experience. Not all forgiveness needs to involve the other person. Sometimes the person who hurt you is no longer in your life, or is no longer alive, or is someone who would not receive your forgiveness safely or kindly. Psychologists increasingly recognize unilateral forgiveness. Forgiveness you grant for your own peace, independent of whether the other person apologizes or changes. This is where lucid dreaming offers something uniquely valuable. You can create the conversation you need without requiring the other person's participation. You can say what you need to say, hear what you need to hear, and experience emotional resolution in a safe space, entirely within your own mind. The healing doesn't require their presence, their permission, or their understanding. It only requires your own readiness to release the weight you've been carrying. Learning to lucid dream takes practice, but it's not as difficult as many people assume. The most reliable technique, according to recent research, is called reality testing. Throughout your day, you regularly pause to ask yourself, am I dreaming right now? You look for signs. Can you read text clearly? Do light switches work normally? Are you in an impossible location in waking life? These tests confirm you're awake, but the habit transfers into your dreams. Eventually, you'll perform a reality check while actually dreaming. Notice something impossible and realize you're asleep. That moment of recognition, wait, I'm dreaming, is the doorway to lucidity. Some people achieve their first lucid dream within a week of starting this practice. Others take a few months. But most people, with consistent effort, can learn to become aware within their dreams. During lucid dreams, time perception can feel elastic. While most dream events unfold at roughly the same pace as waking experiences, certain moments may feel stretched or compressed. Sleep lab experiments measuring lucid dreamers' task completion through eye signals suggest that subjective dream time generally mirrors clock time, though perception varies. A full REM period might last 20 to 30 minutes, and the subjective experience within a lucid dream typically unfolds at a similar pace to waking events, though it can feel slightly different. Researchers can calculate how long tasks seem to take from the dreamer's perspective versus actual elapsed seconds. This creates a curious possibility. You might have profound experiences in dreams that feel extended, living parallel to your waking life, remembered only in fragments. Recurring dreams often signal unresolved emotional business. If you dream repeatedly about being chased, trapped, unprepared for an exam, or arriving too late to help someone, your mind is likely working on a related waking life anxiety or regret. These dreams tend to continue, with variations, until the underlying emotional need is addressed. Lucid dreaming offers a unique tool for resolving recurring dreams. You can recognize the dream while it's happening, face what you've been running from, or change the outcome. Research has documented instances where people spent years dreaming of being locked in childhood bedrooms, unable to escape. When they finally achieved lucidity during the dream, they chose to stop trying to open the door. Instead, they turned around and examined the room carefully, noticing details never seen before. After that dream, the nightmares stopped recurring. Facing the symbol was enough. Your sleeping brain has access to memories and emotional connections that your waking mind has partially suppressed or forgotten. This is why dreams sometimes bring up people or places you haven't thought about in years. The hippocampus, which stores and organizes memories, works differently during sleep, less bound by chronological order or logical association. Memories surface through emotional links, symbolic connections, and thematic resonance rather than conscious retrieval. This creates opportunities for unexpected insight. You might dream about forgiving a parent and suddenly remember an earlier moment when they struggled with something similar. You might dream about a childhood friend and wake realizing that a current relationship mirrors that early dynamic. Sleep allows your mind to see patterns across time that your waking consciousness, focused on immediate concerns, often misses. The most common mistake people make when first achieving lucidity is getting too excited. The moment you realize I'm dreaming often triggers such excitement that you immediately wake up. Your heart rate increases. Brain activity spikes toward waking levels, and the dream collapses. Experienced lucid dreamers learn to stay calm, using techniques like rubbing their hands together in the dream, spinning around, or looking at their hands to stabilize the dream environment. The key is remaining emotionally neutral, present and aware, but not aroused or agitated. This is excellent training for emotional regulation in waking life as well. You're learning to maintain calm awareness in the face of extraordinary experiences, to observe without immediately reacting. The same skill that keeps you asleep in a lucid dream can help you respond, rather than react, to difficult emotions while awake. Nightmares are essentially dreams where fear or anxiety overwhelms the dreamer. They're most common in children but occur throughout life, particularly during periods of stress or major life changes. Nightmares where people repeatedly revisit difficult past events represent the memory processing system, struggling with something too overwhelming to integrate smoothly. But research from the International Association for the Study of Dreams has found something hopeful. When people experiencing recurring, distressing dreams learned to lucid dream, many were able to interrupt their nightmares while they were happening. Instead of helplessly reliving the difficulty, they could recognize this as a dream and choose to change the scenario, call for help, or simply wake themselves up. This sense of agency within the nightmare often translated into improved waking life coping and reduced symptom severity. Dreams frequently employ symbolism and metaphor rather than literal representation. You might dream about your teeth falling out, which rarely predicts dental problems but often relates to anxiety about appearance, aging, or losing control. You might dream of missing a flight, which usually isn't about travel but about fear of missed opportunities. Understanding dream symbolism can be useful, but it's more important to notice how the dream makes you feel. Research on dream interpretation has found that the emotional tone of a dream is a much better predictor of its psychological significance than the specific symbols that appear. Two people might both dream of water, one feeling peaceful and cleansed, another feeling panicked and drowning. The symbol itself matters less than your relationship to it. Your emotions are the interpretation key. Forgiveness in dreams often doesn't look like the word "I forgive you." Instead, it appears as a softening, a tense conversation becoming gentle, a frightening figure becoming neutral or even protective, a chaotic scene becoming peaceful. Your dreaming mind works through emotional healing using its own language of image, sensation, and narrative shift. You might dream of helping someone who hurt you, or receiving help from them. You might dream of them as younger or older, changed in some way. You might dream of saying goodbye peacefully, or simply being in the same space without conflict. These dreams often leave you feeling lighter upon waking, even if you can't quite articulate what resolved. The conscious mind may not fully understand what the dreaming mind accomplished, but you feel the difference nonetheless. Sleep deprivation significantly impairs emotional regulation and makes forgiveness harder. When you don't get enough REM sleep, the amygdala becomes hyperactive. You experience emotions more intensely and negatively, while the prefrontal cortex's ability to regulate those emotions weakens. People who are sleep-deprived interpret neutral situations more negatively, react with greater irritation, and show reduced capacity for patience, empathy, or forgiveness. Studies show that after inadequate sleep, people are more likely to interpret neutral faces as threatening, more likely to react with anger, and less likely to engage in pro-social behaviors. The anger that felt insurmountable before sleep often feels manageable after rest. The grudge that seemed justified yesterday may feel less important today. Sleep doesn't erase the hurt, but it helps you carry it differently. In lucid dreams, you can practice conversations you're afraid to have in waking life. Therapists working with clients on family estrangement have found that lucid dream practice, where clients rehearse difficult conversations in the safety of dreams, can build confidence for real-world communication. The neural pathways established during dream rehearsal remain accessible during actual encounters, often leading to calmer, more articulate responses. In the safety of the dream, people can express hurt without fear of immediate consequences, hear responses that might help them understand another's perspective, and experiment with different ways of communicating. This dream practice gradually builds confidence. The dream rehearsals create neural pathways, patterns of speaking and responding, that become accessible even in emotionally charged waking encounters. Not everyone wants or needs to forgive. Sometimes forgiveness becomes another burden, another should that weighs on people who've been hurt. It's worth noting that processing pain, releasing resentment, and moving forward with your life doesn't always require forgiving the person who caused harm. What matters more is releasing the ongoing emotional grip the memory has on you. In dreams, this might look less like reconciliation and more like distance. Dreaming of walking away from someone, of being in different worlds. of no longer being affected by their presence. The goal isn't always connection. Sometimes the dream healing involves recognizing that you're separate now, that they no longer have power over your present, that you've moved into a life where their actions belong to the past. Large-scale analyses of dream reports consistently show that dreams rarely feature random strangers or meaningless events. Instead, they feature people who matter emotionally to the dreamer, situations mirroring waking life challenges, and themes related to current life transitions. Dream content reflects what psychologists call your emotional concerns, the preoccupations, worries, relationships, and unresolved situations that carry emotional weight for you. If you're dreaming repeatedly about someone from your past, it often means some aspect of that relationship remains emotionally active in your psyche. It doesn't necessarily mean you should contact them or that they're thinking about you. It means your own mind is still processing something about that connection, still working towards some kind of resolution or understanding. The benefits of lucid dreaming extend beyond emotional healing. Research shows that lucid dreamers can use the dream state to practice physical skills, rehearse creative projects, solve complex problems, and explore aspects of their personality. Athletes have used lucid dreaming to mentally rehearse techniques, reporting that the practice improved their waking performance. Musicians have composed in lucid dreams, waking to transcribe melodies. Artists have explored visual ideas impossible to create in waking life. But perhaps the most profound benefit is simply this: lucid dreaming proves that your consciousness is more flexible and capable than ordinary waking life suggests. If you can recognize you're dreaming while deeply asleep, you can develop greater awareness and intentionality while awake. The skills transfer both directions. Some dream researchers describe dreams as emotional problem-solving sessions. Your brain takes the day's experiences, particularly those that triggered strong emotions, and integrates them with older memories and existing knowledge. It tests different perspectives, explores possible interpretations, and works toward resolution. This happens even in regular, non-lucid dreams. But in lucid dreams, you can consciously participate in this process. You can ask dream characters questions, explore symbolic landscapes for meaning, or deliberately work through emotional scenarios. People grieving significant losses have reported using lucid dreaming to have conversations they could no longer have in waking life. While unable to change the past, these dream encounters allow exploration of grief in a space where the lost person's presence feels real. Over time, such dreams can facilitate finding peace with both loss and memory. Neuroscientist Patrick McNamara at Boston University found that religious and spiritual experiences are more common in dreams than in waking life. People report feeling connected to something larger than themselves, experiencing profound love or forgiveness, or encountering what they interpret as divine presence. These experiences appear across diverse backgrounds and belief systems, suggesting a common neurological foundation. McNamara suggests that the brain states during REM sleep, particularly the decreased activity in regions associated with self-focus and the increased activity in areas related to emotion and memory, create conditions where boundaries feel more permeable. Whether you interpret these experiences as neurological events or as genuine spiritual encounters, the feelings they generate are real. For many people, dreams provide experiences of grace, acceptance, and release that feel genuinely sacred. We've explored how dreams work, what lucid dreaming is, and the brain states that make emotional processing possible during sleep. We've seen how the sleeping mind has access to memories, emotions, and perspectives that the waking mind often keeps separated. We've learned that dreams naturally work on unresolved emotional experiences, and that lucid dreams offer the unique possibility of conscious participation in that work. But how does this actually facilitate forgiveness? How does becoming aware within a dream translate into releasing real pain, hurt, or resentment from the past? The connection is deeper than it first appears. It's not just about the dream content. It's about what lucid dreaming teaches you about the nature of your own mind, your memories, and the stories you've been telling yourself. Let's pause here and notice your body. As you breathe out slowly, appreciate each tiny cell inside. Trillions of organisms working in silence. Heart beating, lungs breathing, brain thinking, all without your command. Notice the gentle sensations on your skin, in your muscles, along your spine. You are a complete ecosystem, diverse, self-balancing. Now we continue. Memory is not a recording. Every time you recall a memory, your brain reconstructs it from fragments stored across different regions. And each time you remember something, the memory becomes temporarily unstable, a phenomenon called reconsolidation. During this brief window, the memory is open to modification before it's stored again. This is why memories can shift over time. Why different people remember the same event differently. Why therapy that involves repeatedly revisiting difficult experiences with new perspectives can change how the memory affects you. When you dream about a painful memory, particularly in a lucid dream where you're conscious and can engage with it deliberately, you're essentially editing the file. The emotional tone can soften, the meaning can shift. The memory doesn't disappear, but your relationship to it transforms. Recent neuroimaging research examining forgiveness processes has shown that during certain sleep stages, the anterior cingulate cortex, a region involved in conflict resolution and empathy, displays unusual connectivity patterns, creating new neural pathways for resolving old conflicts. This may explain why forgiveness sometimes feels more accessible after sleep. Participants trained to work on forgiveness during sleep reported that forgiveness felt easier in the dream state, less forced or effortful. Brain imaging revealed the brain finding new routes to resolve old conflicts, connecting areas normally separated. Upon waking, this shift often persisted. The neural pathways established during sleep remained accessible, making forgiveness feel less like an impossible task and more like a natural next step. Sometimes the person you most need to forgive is yourself. Self-forgiveness is often harder than forgiving others because you can't distance yourself from the one who hurt you. You carry them with you constantly. Dreams about past mistakes or regrets often feature harsh self-judgment, scenarios where you fail or face consequences, or symbolic representations of shame. In lucid dreams, you can consciously choose to respond to your dream self with compassion rather than criticism. You can offer yourself the understanding you'd extend to a friend. Therapists working with clients on self-forgiveness have found that lucid dream practice, where clients deliberately treat their dream selves kindly, creates measurable improvements in self-compassion and decreased rumination during waking life. Your brain processes emotional pain using some of the same neural circuits that process physical pain. Brain scans show that social rejection, loss, and emotional hurt activate the anterior cingulate cortex and insula, regions that also respond to physical injury. This is why heartbreak genuinely hurts, why harsh words can feel like physical blows, why we use language like wounded or bruised to describe emotional pain. But here's the hopeful part. Just as physical pain decreases with time and healing, emotional pain follows similar neural patterns. REM sleep plays a crucial role in this healing process, essentially providing the brain's equivalent of anti-inflammatory treatment. The painful memory remains, but the sharp edges gradually smooth through repeated dream processing. Not all lucid dreams involve deliberate emotional work. Many are simply playful, exploratory, or extraordinary experiences. Flying, visiting impossible places, having adventures that defy physics. This is valuable too. Joy, wonder, and freedom within dreams can counterbalance the heaviness you carry from past hurts. Those processing difficult experiences have found that balancing therapeutic dream work with light-hearted lucid dreams is essential. Flying dreams where they felt completely free. Adventures where they felt powerful and capable. Beautiful landscapes where they felt at peace. These positive dream experiences didn't erase pain, but they reminded them that their inner world wasn't only defined by suffering, they contained multitudes. The dreams helped them remember their own wholeness. Emotional healing isn't linear. Some days you feel you've moved past something. Other days it hurts as sharply as ever. Dreams reflect this too. You might have a peaceful, resolved dream about someone one night, and a painful, conflict-filled dream the next. This doesn't mean you're failing at forgiveness. It means your psyche is working through multiple layers of a complex emotional experience. Each dream approaches the situation from a different angle, processing different aspects. The peaceful dream helps you feel what release might be like. The painful dream ensures you've fully acknowledged the hurt. Both are necessary. Your dreaming mind is thorough, patient, and refuses to take shortcuts through grief. Children naturally experience more lucid dreams than adults. Studies suggest this is because the prefrontal cortex is still developing in childhood, creating a different balance between logic and imagination. Children haven't yet fully separated real from imaginary, which makes it easier for them to recognize their dreaming without immediately waking. As we age and our rational mind strengthens, we paradoxically lose some of this fluid awareness. But the capacity never disappears entirely. It can be relearned. Interestingly, people who maintain creative practices, meditation habits, or regular dream journaling throughout adulthood report higher rates of lucid dreaming. The skills that support creativity and mindfulness are the same ones that support lucidity. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. Forgiveness doesn't mean approving of what happened or pretending it didn't hurt. Forgiveness doesn't mean reconciling with someone who remains harmful. These are common misconceptions that make forgiveness feel impossible or even dangerous. True forgiveness is simply releasing the active emotional charge, the ongoing anger, resentment, or pain that keeps you tethered to the past moment. It's deciding that this person or event no longer gets to control your present emotional state. You can forgive and still maintain boundaries. You can forgive and still acknowledge that what happened was wrong. You can forgive someone you'll never speak to again. Forgiveness is for you, not them. It's about your freedom, not their absolution. Dream characters. The people who appear in your dreams are not actually those people. They're your mind's construction, created from memories, projections, and unconscious associations. This is why dream people often behave differently than their real-life counterparts. Why they might know things they couldn't possibly know, or say things that feel profoundly true, even though the real person never said them. In lucid dreams, understanding this can be liberating. When you forgive your dream father, you're not actually forgiving your real father. You're addressing your internal representation of him, your feelings about the relationship, your own pain. The dream character is a symbolic interface for emotional processing. The work is entirely internal, which means you have all the power. Some neuroscientists believe that consciousness itself might be related to the same mechanisms that create dreams. When you're awake, your brain is constantly generating predictions about what will happen next, creating a kind of controlled hallucination of reality based on sensory input and past experience. Dreams might be what happens when this prediction engine keeps running without external sensory constraints. If this theory is correct, then lucid dreaming represents a fascinating middle state. Your consciousness recognizing its own constructive nature while still engaged in creation. You see the dream as dream while remaining within it. This awareness that your mind creates your experience can transfer to waking life, helping you recognize that your interpretation of past events is also a construction, and constructions can be revised. The practice of dream re-entry involves waking from a dream, then consciously falling back asleep with the intention of returning to the same dream to resolve it differently. While not exactly lucid dreaming, it uses similar techniques of intention setting and awareness. This practice has shown promise in treating nightmare disorders. A person repeatedly dreams of being chased. Upon waking, they imagine a different ending, turning to face what's chasing them, or flying away to safety. When they fall back asleep, there's a higher chance they'll re-enter the dream with this new possibility in mind. The technique works because dreams during a single night often share themes and settings. Your mind is still in that emotional territory, making re-entry easier. Crying in dreams is surprisingly common and often deeply cathartic. People report waking with tears on their cheeks, feeling emotionally raw but somehow lighter. Dream crying often accesses grief that the waking self has been holding back, suppressing to function through daily life. The dream state, with its lowered defenses and direct access to emotion, allows the release to happen. Lucid dreamers sometimes deliberately seek out situations in dreams that allow them to cry, returning to places of loss, having final conversations with people who've died, or simply allowing themselves to feel the full weight of what they've been carrying. The tears are real. Even though the scenario is dreamed, the relief they bring is genuine. Your sleeping brain makes unusual connections, linking concepts and memories that seem unrelated from a waking perspective. This is why dreams feel bizarre. Your mother might suddenly become your third-grade teacher, or your childhood home might contain rooms from your current apartment. These strange connections aren't random errors. They're your brain finding deeper patterns, emotional resonances, or symbolic links between different life experiences. Researchers found that creative problem-solving improves after REM sleep specifically because of these unusual associations. The dreaming mind sees relationships the waking mind misses. When working on forgiveness, this means your dreams might connect your current pain to much earlier experiences. revealing patterns you hadn't consciously recognized. Perhaps showing you that this isn't the first time you've felt this way. Advanced lucid dreamers report being able to ask the dream for help or guidance. While fully aware they're dreaming, they might call out, "Show me what I need to see," or "Help me understand this situation." Dream characters sometimes respond with unexpected wisdom, or the dream scene transforms to reveal symbolic answers. Skeptics note this is still your own unconscious mind responding. You're not accessing external knowledge, but that doesn't diminish its value. Your unconscious mind has access to memories, observations, and emotional truths that your conscious awareness has overlooked or suppressed. Asking the dream for help is really asking a deeper part of yourself to surface what it knows. Halfway through our exploration, the core truth is becoming clear. Forgiveness isn't something you force through willpower while awake. It's something that happens gradually, often unconsciously, through repeated emotional processing. Dreams are your mind's natural mechanism for this work. Lucid dreaming simply allows you to participate consciously in a process that's already happening. The sleeping brain softens painful memories, practices difficult conversations, explores alternative perspectives, and tests what release might feel like. Whether you learn to lucid dream or not, your dreaming mind is working on your behalf every night. But lucidity offers something precious: the ability to witness this healing as it happens, to guide it gently, and to wake with the knowledge that your mind is actively working toward your peace. You're still here with me, thoughts still flickering like candlelight. Just notice. Don't judge. Just notice where your mind is. We're exploring consciousness itself, the very thing doing the exploring right now. Strange, beautiful, and perfectly calm. Let's drift onward together. Dream journaling. Writing down your dreams immediately upon waking significantly increases dream recall and makes lucid dreaming more likely. The act of recording dreams sends a signal to your unconscious mind that you value these experiences, which seems to make the mind produce more vivid, memorable dreams. Even if you don't remember full narratives, jotting down fragments, an image, an emotion, a person who appeared, strengthens the connection between your sleeping and waking consciousness. Over time, patterns emerge. You notice recurring themes, symbols that appear repeatedly, or emotional undercurrents running through seemingly unrelated dreams. These patterns often point toward what your psyche is working on, the emotional tasks your dreaming mind has undertaken. Some people fear lucid dreaming, worried that too much awareness during sleep might prevent rest or lead to confusion between dreams and reality. Research has found these fears largely unfounded. Lucid dreamers sleep normally, progress through all sleep stages appropriately, and show no increase in dissociative symptoms or reality confusion. In fact, studies suggest lucid dreamers often have better metacognitive awareness. They're more conscious of their own thought processes, better at recognizing when they're assuming versus knowing, and more aware of the difference between imagination and perception. The skill of recognizing this is a dream while asleep seems to enhance, not diminish. The ability to recognize this is real while awake. Forgiveness work in dreams can address situations where direct forgiveness is impossible. If the person who hurt you has died, disappeared, or is dangerous to contact, waking life forgiveness conversations can't happen, but dream conversations can. Therapists teaching lucid dreaming as a therapeutic tool have found that clients can have conversations with dream representations of those who hurt them, saying what was never safe to say, hearing acknowledgements that never came, or simply experiencing what it would feel like to stand up for themselves. These aren't substitute confrontations. They're emotional processing experiences that help reclaim power and release difficult experiences' grip, creating a sense of safety and control within sleep. The relationship between lucid dreaming and meditation is significant. Both practices involve cultivating awareness, observing experience without immediately reacting, and maintaining calm in the face of unusual mental states. Many meditation traditions have noticed this connection. Tibetan Buddhist monks, Hindu yogis, and Sufi mystics all developed practices that involved conscious dreaming. Modern research confirms the overlap. People who meditate regularly are significantly more likely to have lucid dreams. Both skills strengthen the same neural networks. If you're learning to lucid dream and finding it difficult, establishing a basic meditation practice, even just 10 minutes daily of sitting quietly and observing your breath, can accelerate your progress considerably. Sometimes forgiveness arrives not as a decision, but as a quiet shift you notice in retrospect. You realize one day that you haven't thought about the person or situation in weeks. When you do think of it, the emotional intensity has faded. You're not actively angry anymore, not mentally rehearsing arguments or imagining confrontations. The memory has become just a memory, something that happened, now part of your past, no longer claiming space in your present attention. Dreams may have facilitated this shift gradually, night after night, processing the emotions until nothing urgent remained. You never consciously forgave them. You simply finished being angry. The dream work was invisible, but the result, your peace, is undeniable. Learning from dreams doesn't require believing they contain mystical wisdom or prophetic messages. Even from a purely practical, neuroscientific perspective, dreams offer valuable information about your emotional state, your unacknowledged concerns, and your unconscious associations. If you keep dreaming about being unprepared or failing, your waking life probably contains situations where you feel inadequate or overwhelmed. If you dream of conflict with specific people, those relationships may need attention. If you dream of places from your past, something in your present may be echoing earlier experiences. Dreams are diagnostic tools, revealing what's actually occupying your emotional energy, regardless of what you tell yourself you're focused on. Paying attention to them is simply good psychological hygiene. In lucid dreams, you can practice courage. You can face things you're afraid of in waking life, having difficult conversations, standing up for yourself, setting boundaries, walking away from situations that harm you. Because you know you're dreaming, the stakes feel manageable. If the conversation goes badly, you'll simply wake up. This safety allows you to experiment with behaviors you might not risk while awake. Remarkably, research shows that courage practiced in lucid dreams often transfers to waking behavior. People report feeling braver in real-life situations after repeatedly practicing assertiveness in dreams. The neural pathways for the behavior exist regardless of whether the practice happened while awake or asleep. Not all emotional healing happens through direct processing. Sometimes what helps most is simply rest. The kind of deep, restorative sleep where you're not wrestling with anything, just drifting peacefully through gentle dreams or dreamless void. After periods of intense emotional work, whether in therapy, in waking life confrontations, or in lucid dreams, your mind needs integration time. It needs nights where nothing significant happens, where sleep is simply sleep. This rest allows previous processing to settle, new neural patterns to stabilize, and your emotional system to recalibrate. Healing includes both the active work and the passive rest. Both matter. Sometimes the most therapeutic thing you can do is simply sleep deeply. The fear that lucid dreaming might damage sleep quality is common but unfounded. Studies measuring sleep architecture in lucid dreamers show normal sleep cycles, appropriate time spent in each sleep stage, and normal morning cortisol levels. Some beginners do experience brief disruptions when first learning, waking more frequently because they're excitedly checking whether they're dreaming yet. But this settles with practice. Experienced lucid dreamers sleep as well as anyone else, with the added benefit of occasionally having extraordinary experiences during those sleeping hours. Rather than sleep quality decreasing, many lucid dreamers report increased satisfaction with their sleep, feeling that even unconscious hours are being used meaningfully. We're halfway through this gentle journey, and perhaps you're feeling drowsy now. That's perfectly natural, exactly as it should be. We've explored how lucid dreaming works, the neuroscience of emotional processing during sleep, and the ways dreams naturally facilitate forgiveness work, even without conscious awareness. We've seen that healing isn't always about confrontation or resolution. Sometimes it's about gradual softening, repeated exposure in safe contexts, and the slow work of reconsolidation that happens when memories are accessed and revised. Your sleeping mind is capable of profound emotional work, whether you remember your dreams or not, whether you achieve lucidity or not. That work continues. Each night is another opportunity for your psyche to move closer to peace. Let each breath guide you to realize time is yours, a separate stream that only you are living. While the vast universe continues to spin, expand, change. This second you're breathing, listening, is unique. Cherish the present moment, knowing that right now, your time is unique in the universe, and we continue drifting. The stories you tell yourself about your past shape your present more than the actual events do. Two people can experience the same difficult childhood, but construct very different narratives about what it meant. One might frame it as damage done, wounds that can't heal. Another might frame it as challenges overcome, strength developed through adversity. Dreams offer a space to encounter these stories without your conscious mind's habitual defenses. In dreams, alternative narratives surface naturally. You might see yourself or others differently, notice details you've overlooked, or feel compassion where you previously felt only anger. The story begins to loosen, becoming flexible again. Lucid dreaming has been used therapeutically for recurring distressing dreams with promising results. Traditional approaches involve repeatedly recalling difficult dream content in safe contexts until it loses its overwhelming emotional charge, a process called extinction learning. Lucid dreaming offers a similar mechanism, but within the emotionally buffered environment of REM sleep, where stress hormones are naturally suppressed. People experiencing recurring, distressing dreams have found lucid dreaming techniques helpful in creating a sense of safety and control within their sleep experiences. They can revisit difficult dream scenarios while conscious enough to change outcomes. Call for help. or simply observe without re-experiencing distress. Clinical trials show significant reductions in nightmare frequency and daytime symptom severity. The dream becomes a rehearsal space for safety. Self-compassion. Treating yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a struggling friend is one of the strongest predictors of psychological resilience and well-being. But it's remarkably difficult for many people, particularly those who internalized harsh criticism in childhood. Dreams sometimes reveal this harsh self-treatment directly. You might dream of berating yourself, of being judged by others, of failing in humiliating ways. Lucid dreaming offers a practice ground for self-compassion. When you recognize you're dreaming and encounter your own harsh inner critic, you can consciously respond differently, with understanding rather than agreement, with gentleness rather than additional criticism. These dream practices in self-kindness create new neural pathways accessible in waking life. Forgiveness isn't one moment. It's a process with setbacks and advances. You might feel you've forgiven someone, then encounter them, or a reminder of them, and find anger resurging. This doesn't mean you failed at forgiveness. It means there were deeper layers you hadn't yet processed. Dreams reflect this layered nature. You might have several dreams over months or years involving the same person or situation, each dream working on a different aspect. Early dreams might process the immediate hurt. Middle dreams might explore your own contribution to the conflict. Later, dreams might achieve genuine compassion for the other person's struggles. Each layer requires its own time and attention. The most effective lucid dream induction technique is called wake back to bed. Sleep for approximately 5 to 6 hours. Wake completely for 20 to 30 minutes while focusing on your intention to become lucid. Then return to sleep. This timing works because you've completed most deep sleep and are entering a period of longer REM phases. The brief waking activates your prefrontal cortex, which remains more active than usual when you fall back into REM sleep, increasing the likelihood of lucidity. Many first-time lucid dreams happen using this method, often on the first or second attempt, making it accessible for beginners. Dream characters sometimes seem to have their own agency, responding in ways you don't consciously choose. A dream person might say something that genuinely surprises you, reveal information you didn't know you knew, or behave in ways that feel autonomous. This happens because most dream content is generated by unconscious processes. You're not consciously authoring the dream any more than you're consciously regulating your heartbeat. Even in lucid dreams where you have some control, much of the dream still unfolds spontaneously. This can be valuable for emotional work. You can ask a dream character, "Why did you hurt me?" and receive an answer that comes from deeper parts of your own psyche. Grieving and forgiving are related processes, sometimes inseparable. When someone hurts or betrays you, you're often grieving not just what they did, but what you hoped the relationship would be. You're grieving your innocence, your trust, or the version of them you believed existed. Dreams about difficult relationships frequently contain grief more than anger, sadness about what was lost, mourning for what never was. Allowing yourself to grieve in dreams, to feel the sadness fully, without minimizing or explaining it away, can be surprisingly healing. Grief acknowledged tends to soften over time. Grief suppressed tends to calcify into bitterness. Dreams provide space for the acknowledgement that waking life doesn't always offer. Time perception in dreams creates interesting possibilities. You can have a conversation in a dream that feels like it lasted an hour. Wake up, and discover only 12 minutes passed. This compression means you can potentially complete emotional work faster in dreams than in waking processing. A therapeutic conversation that would take multiple counseling sessions to navigate might unfold in a single extended lucid dream. This doesn't replace waking therapy, but it's a powerful complement. Some therapists now teach clients lucid dreaming techniques specifically to accelerate emotional processing, giving clients a tool they can use nightly to continue emotional work between sessions. Shared dreaming, where two people claim to have dreamed about each other or encountered each other in dreams, is widely reported but scientifically unverified. From a neuroscience perspective, there's no known mechanism for consciousness to exist outside the brain or for two brains to share experiences during sleep. Yet the experiences feel significant to those who report them, particularly when dreaming about deceased loved ones. Whether these are truly shared experiences or simply the dreaming mind's powerful capacity for imagining others, they can provide comfort and closure. The question of their objective reality matters less than their subjective impact. The peace they bring is genuine. Your prefrontal cortex, the executive control center responsible for planning, decision-making, and self-awareness, continues developing into your mid-20s. This is relevant to both lucid dreaming and forgiveness. As this region matures, you develop enhanced capacities for perspective taking, understanding others' motivations, and regulating emotions. Forgiveness work that feels impossible at age 18 might feel more accessible at age 32. Not because you're less hurt, but because your brain has developed additional tools. The good news: lucid dreaming can be learned at any age, as it relies on awareness and practice rather than brain maturity alone. Patience with yourself is appropriate. Some capabilities simply require time. Dreams sometimes offer resolution that waking life never will. A father who never apologized before dying might apologize in a dream. A friend who disappeared might return to explain why. These dream encounters feel real in the moment, and the emotional relief they provide persists after waking. Skeptics note that you're simply giving yourself what you needed, creating the conversation your unconscious knows would help. But this self-generation doesn't diminish the healing value. Your mind knows what you need to hear to release the pain. Whether those words come from the actual person or from your own psyche speaking in their voice, the result, your peace, is what matters. Lucid dream researchers distinguish between different levels of lucidity. At the lowest level, you know you're dreaming, but have little control. You're an aware observer swept along by dream events. At medium levels, you can make choices about your actions within the dream and influence some elements. At the highest levels, you can deliberately change dream scenery, summon specific people or places, or maintain continuous awareness from falling asleep through the entire dream until waking. Most people's lucid dreams fluctuate between levels, occasionally achieving high control but more often experiencing partial awareness. Each level has value. Even simple awareness that this is a dream provides enough safety to explore emotional material more boldly. The relationship between sleep and mental health is bidirectional. Poor sleep worsens mental health, and mental health struggles disrupt sleep. Depression and anxiety both interfere with sleep architecture, reducing REM sleep and fragmenting sleep cycles. This creates a harmful feedback loop. Emotional distress prevents the restorative sleep that would help process the distress, improving sleep quality. including getting adequate REM sleep where emotional processing happens, is increasingly recognized as crucial for mental health treatment. Techniques that support better sleep: consistent sleep schedules, dark, quiet environments, limiting screens before bed, and practices like lucid dreaming that improve relationship with sleep are valuable mental health interventions in themselves. Forgiveness doesn't always lead to reconciliation, and reconciliation doesn't always require forgiveness. You can forgive someone and still choose not to have them in your life if they remain harmful. You can reconcile with someone, choosing to move forward in relationship, while still processing hurt they caused. These are separate decisions. Dreams sometimes help clarify this distinction. You might dream of peacefully saying goodbye to someone, feeling release without reconnection. Or you might dream of being with them again, but with changed dynamics, clearer boundaries. Your dreaming mind often knows what you need before your waking mind admits it. Distance, or repair, or simply time. Advanced lucid dreamers report that with practice, the dream world becomes as familiar and navigable as the waking world. They recognize favorite dream locations, can return to places from previous dreams, and develop relationships with recurring dream characters. This consistency suggests that even though dream content is generated nightly, there's an underlying structure, a kind of dream geography unique to each person. For emotional healing work, this consistency is valuable. You can return to significant dream locations, a childhood home, a symbolic landscape, a particular room, knowing they represent specific emotional territories. Revisiting these places across multiple lucid dreams allows for gradual processing, returning to difficult material only when ready. Physical sensations in dreams can feel completely real. You can feel touch, taste food, smell fragrances, and experience pain or pleasure that seems indistinguishable from waking sensory experiences. This is because dreams activate many of the same sensory processing regions that respond to actual stimuli. The brain doesn't distinguish as clearly as we might expect between imagined and real sensory input. This makes dreams powerful for emotional healing. The hug from someone you've lost, the feeling of being heard, or the relief of crying can have genuine physiological and psychological effects, even though the scenario is dreamed. Your body responds to the experience as if it were real. Some religious and spiritual traditions view dreams as sacred spaces where healing, wisdom, and divine communication occur. Whether you interpret dreams spiritually or scientifically, the phenomenology is often similar. Dreams feel meaningful, seem to contain messages, and provide experiences that affect waking life. For forgiveness work, the framework you use to understand dreams matters less than your willingness to engage with them. Someone might view a dream encounter with a deceased parent as the parent's spirit visiting. Another might view it as their own psyche working through grief. Both can find healing through the experience. The mechanism doesn't determine the meaningfulness or the relief it brings. Sleep scientists have discovered that REM sleep is when the brain prunes unnecessary neural connections and strengthens important ones. Memories and skills you want to retain are consolidated during REM sleep, while irrelevant information is cleared away. This has implications for emotional healing. The repeated dream processing of painful memories may be the brain's attempt to integrate them appropriately, to store them as things that happened rather than active threats requiring vigilance. When this process is disrupted, through poor sleep, nightmares, or avoidance of sleep due to dream-related fear. Emotional memories can remain in a kind of perpetual present, never properly filed away. Healthy dreaming allows the past to become truly past. Letting go doesn't mean not caring. You can release resentment while still acknowledging that what happened mattered, still preferring it hadn't happened, still taking steps to prevent similar harm in the future. Forgiveness is often misunderstood as a kind of spiritual bypass, pretending nothing hurt, accepting everything that happens, becoming passively okay with mistreatment. That's not forgiveness. That's self-abandonment. Real forgiveness maintains clear sight about what occurred while releasing the ongoing emotional grip. In dreams, this might appear as clarity without rage, distance without disconnection, or simply the ability to think about someone without immediate emotional flooding. The memory becomes manageable. Dreams can reveal patterns across your life that you haven't consciously recognized. You might dream about 3 different people who hurt you in seemingly different ways, only to realize upon waking that the underlying dynamic was actually the same. You repeatedly gave trust to people who hadn't earned it, or ignored warning signs because you wanted to believe better, or sacrificed your own needs trying to fix someone else's problems. These pattern recognition dreams are valuable. They're not about blame or self-criticism, but about seeing clearly. Once you recognize the pattern, you can make different choices going forward. The dream serves as a gentle teacher, showing you what your conscious mind defended against seeing. Children who experience secure attachment, consistent, responsive caregiving in early life, develop emotional regulation skills that persist into adulthood. They learn that feelings are manageable, that comfort is available, that distress eventually passes. Children without secure attachment often struggle more with emotional regulation and forgiveness as adults. Not because they're deficient, but because they're working with different neural foundations. Dreams can't replace early secure attachment, but REM sleep provides some similar functions. A safe space to experience emotions, natural down-regulation of stress responses, and repeated practice working through difficult feelings until resolution emerges. For adults, repairing early attachment wounds, attending to dream health is particularly important. Some lucid dreamers report profound spiritual or mystical experiences within dreams, feelings of unity with all existence, encounters with what feels like ultimate truth, or experiences of unconditional love and acceptance. These experiences occur even in people with no particular religious or spiritual background and can be life-changing. From a neuroscience perspective, certain brain states during REM sleep, particularly decreased activity in regions associated with self-boundaries and increased activity in emotion and memory centers, may create conditions for these experiences. Whether they're real in any objective sense or products of brain chemistry, they frequently result in lasting shifts toward greater compassion, reduced fear of death, and increased capacity for forgiveness. We're approaching the final quarter of this journey, and you may notice your breathing has slowed. Your body feels heavier. Thoughts drift more loosely. This is exactly right. We've explored how lucid dreaming works, why dreams naturally facilitate emotional processing, and the multiple ways forgiveness unfolds. Sometimes through direct dream work, sometimes through gradual neural reconsolidation, sometimes through pattern recognition and self-compassion. sometimes through mystical experiences of connection. No single path is correct. Your own dreams will find the approach that matches your particular hurts, your specific needs, your unique psychology. Trust the wisdom of your sleeping mind. Forgiveness ultimately is acceptance. Acceptance that what happened, that you cannot change the past, that suffering is part of human experience, that people are imperfect and sometimes cause harm they don't fully understand. Acceptance doesn't mean approval or resignation. It means stopping the argument with reality. In dreams, acceptance often appears as a kind of peacefulness around previously charged content. The dream scenario might be similar to earlier dreams, but your emotional response within the dream has shifted. You're no longer fighting, no longer trying to change what cannot be changed, simply present with what is. This dream state acceptance can gradually transfer to waking consciousness. The question posed in this video's title, "Can lucid dreams help you forgive your past?" has been answered gradually across these 75 facts. Yes, they can. Not because lucid dreaming provides a magical shortcut past legitimate pain, but because it gives you conscious access to your brain's natural emotional processing systems. It lets you participate in the work your mind is already doing every night. It provides a safe space for conversations you can't have while awake, rehearsal for courage you need in waking life, and direct experience of your mind's capacity for healing. Whether you pursue lucid dreaming or simply attend more carefully to the dreams you already have, your sleeping mind is a powerful ally in finding peace. You might be feeling tired now. That's perfectly fine. Breathe slowly. Feel the cycles. Your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. A small cycle within the vast universe. You are also part of that eternal movement. You don't need to hold on to anything. Let everything unfold in its perfect order, like planets silently rotating in their orbits. Unhurried, unresisting, simply existing. We're almost there now. Peace isn't the absence of difficult history. It's acceptance alongside that history. You carry your past with you, every joy and hurt. Forgiveness doesn't erase anything. It changes the weight. What felt like burden becomes simply part of your story. Information about where you've been rather than definition of where you stay. Dreams facilitate this transformation, processing memories until they lose their sharp edges, integrating painful experiences into your life's larger narrative. Some dreams feel sacred, like you've touched something beyond ordinary consciousness. These dreams are gifts, whether they come from within your own mind or from something larger. When they involve forgiveness, when you feel genuinely released from old anger, or experience profound compassion for someone who hurt you, their effect often persists. You wake changed. The release you felt in the dream remains. Something settled that was previously unsettled. Honor these dreams. Record them. Let them work their quiet transformation. Learning to trust your own mind is part of healing. For many people, particularly those who experienced gaslighting or had their perceptions consistently invalidated, self-trust is damaged. Dreams offer evidence of your mind's inherent wisdom. They show you that without conscious direction, your psyche works toward health, seeks resolution, processes pain, and moves toward wholeness. Paying attention to dreams, taking them seriously as valuable information, helps rebuild trust in your own internal guidance. Your mind wants your healing. Not every painful memory requires active forgiveness work. Some simply fade with time and benign neglect. The dream mind is selective, returning again and again to what genuinely needs processing, while letting smaller hurts naturally fade. If you're dreaming repeatedly about something, it's worth attention. If something that once hurt you no longer appears in dreams, it may have resolved on its own. Trust your psyche's priorities. It knows what matters most. Forgiveness can feel like grief, a sadness for what was lost, what might have been. Who you were before hurt changed you. This grief is healing, not harmful. It's your heart acknowledging reality, letting go of the fantasy that the past could have been different. Dreams sometimes bring this grief to the surface, and waking with tears is not failure. It's release. It's your body letting go of what you've been holding. Allow it. Sleep itself is an act of trust. You surrender consciousness. Let go of control. Allow yourself to be vulnerable and defenseless for hours. For people carrying difficult experiences, especially those that occur during sleep or in bedrooms, this surrender can feel unsafe. Lucid dreaming offers a middle path. You can sleep while maintaining some awareness, some sense of agency. This can help rebuild the sense of safety needed for truly restorative rest. Dreams remind you that your mind contains multitudes. The person who hurt you, the person you were when it happened, the person you are now, the person you're becoming, all exist simultaneously in dream space. You can have compassion for your younger self without abandoning your current self. You can understand why someone hurt you without excusing the hurt. Dreams hold these complexities easily, showing you that forgiveness doesn't require choosing sides. Some nights you'll sleep deeply, dreamlessly, and wake without memory of any inner journey. This too is valuable. Your brain still cycles through REM sleep, still processes memories, still does its nightly maintenance work. Not every dream needs to be remembered to be useful. Not every night needs conscious awareness or emotional work. Rest for its own sake. Deep, peaceful, restorative rest is healing. Let yourself drift into that darkness without concern. When you forgive, you're not doing it for them. You're releasing yourself from the ongoing taxation of carrying resentment. Anger and hurt require energy to maintain. They occupy mental space, influence how you see new situations, and keep part of you anchored in the past. Release isn't about them deserving forgiveness. It's about you deserving peace. Dreams can help you feel this difference. Liberation for your own sake. Your dreaming mind is kinder to you than your waking thoughts often are. It offers comfort, explores possibilities, seeks understanding, even nightmares, though difficult, are attempts at processing. Your mind trying to integrate what feels overwhelming. Trust this kindness. Your unconscious mind is working on your behalf, seeking your healing, protecting you in ways you may not consciously recognize. You are cared for from within. Forgiveness doesn't happen on a schedule. It unfolds in its own time, through repeated small shifts rather than one dramatic moment. Dreams reflect this gradual nature. The same person appearing across many dreams, the emotional tone slowly changing, anger softening to sadness, sadness easing to neutrality, neutrality opening to compassion. Each dream is one more small step, Progress isn't always visible, but it continues steadily beneath your awareness. Some wisdom only comes through experience. You can be told that forgiveness brings peace, but until you feel it in your own heart, the words remain abstract. Dreams provide direct experience. They let you feel what release feels like, taste what peace might be. These experiences become touchstones, reference points you can return to when forgiveness feels impossible. You know it's possible because you've already felt it, if only in dreams. Sleep is medicine, not metaphorically, but literally. Your body produces healing chemicals, repairs tissues, consolidates learning, and regulates emotions during sleep. When you prioritize sleep, you're prioritizing every aspect of health, including emotional health and the capacity for forgiveness. Taking care of your sleep, regular schedule, comfortable environment, calming pre-sleep routine is taking care of your heart. Let this be your gentlest self-care practice. You don't need to become a lucid dreaming expert to benefit from this knowledge. Simply paying more attention to your dreams, recording what you remember, reflecting on their emotional content. These practices alone can deepen your relationship with your sleeping mind. Whether you achieve full lucidity or not, your dreams are already working on your healing. Awareness and attention amplify what's naturally happening, but the process continues regardless. The present moment is the only place where peace exists. The past lives only in memory. The future only in imagination. Dreams, paradoxically, help you arrive in the present. By processing past hurts, they free attention previously bound to old pain. By rehearsing future scenarios, they reduce anxiety about what might happen. This frees you to be here, now, fully present in this moment, in this breath, in this life. Compassion for yourself and others often arrives together as you understand your own struggles, wounds, and the ways you've learned to protect yourself. Similar understanding extends naturally to others. Their hurt you makes more sense in context of their own pain. This doesn't excuse harm, but it removes some of the personal sting. Dreams sometimes reveal these connections, showing you how pain echoes across lives. Every person listening carries their own history of hurt and healing. Some wounds are from yesterday, some from decades ago. Some have nearly healed. Others remain raw. Wherever you are in this process, you're exactly where you need to be. There's no correct timeline for healing. Your dream work, your forgiveness work, your journey toward peace, all unfold at exactly the right pace for you specifically. Beauty and pain coexist. Joy and sorrow coexist. Forgiveness and memory coexist. You don't have to choose. Dreams show you this constantly. Impossible combinations. Contradictions held simultaneously without needing resolution. The dreaming mind is comfortable with paradox in ways waking consciousness struggles with. Let your dreams teach you this capacity to hold multiple truths at once, to be both wounded and whole. Gratitude can coexist with hurt. You can be grateful for lessons learned or strength developed while still wishing the painful experience hadn't happened. This isn't contradiction. It's complexity, the full truth of human experience. Dreams sometimes bring unexpected gratitude, showing you gifts that emerged from difficult experiences. This doesn't justify what happened, but it acknowledges the wholeness of your journey, including how you've grown. Sleep brings everyone to a common state. Vulnerability, darkness, temporary death of the waking self. In sleep, all defenses drop, all pretenses fade. This equalizing might be why dreams facilitate forgiveness. The sleeping mind knows that everyone struggles. Everyone carries pain. Everyone is simply trying to navigate existence. This fundamental similarity becomes visible in dreams in ways waking consciousness, with its careful categories and judgments, often misses. Whatever hurt you carry, your dreaming mind has already begun working on it. Every night, whether you remember or not, whether you're lucid or not, the work continues. Memory processing, emotional regulation, pattern integration, all happen naturally while you sleep. Trust this process. You don't have to force healing. Simply allow your mind to do what it already knows how to do. The journey toward peace isn't about reaching a destination where nothing hurts. It's about expanding your capacity to hold pain without being consumed by it, to remember without being trapped in the past, to forgive without forgetting or minimizing. Dreams gradually teach this expanded capacity. Night after night, dream after dream, slowly increasing your emotional range and resilience. Some nights you'll wake from dreams feeling lighter, as though a burden you didn't know you were carrying has been set down. You won't always understand what shifted, but you'll feel the difference. Honor these mornings. They're evidence of healing happening beneath consciousness. Proof that your sleeping mind is finding pathways to peace that your waking mind doesn't yet understand. The people who hurt you were also once children, also vulnerable, also hurt by their own histories. This recognition doesn't excuse their actions, but places them in context. Dreams sometimes show you this. The person who harmed you as young, scared, hurt themselves. This perspective can soften the edges of anger, opening space for a more complex understanding of how pain echoes across time. And so we arrive at the final truth. Forgiveness is less about them and more about you. It's about choosing peace over pain, freedom over resentment, the future over the past. Dreams help you find this choice, night after night showing you what peace might feel like, giving you moments of release, building pathways toward healing. The work is already happening. You simply need to sleep, to dream, to trust. And so, our quiet journey through dreams and forgiveness comes to a gentle close. We've traveled from the neuroscience of REM sleep to the profound emotional release that comes when you finally let go of old pain. Discovering along the way that healing doesn't always happen in dramatic moments. It unfolds gradually, in darkness, while you're completely unaware. From childhood dreams where anything seemed possible, to the therapeutic power of facing difficult memories in safe dream spaces, we've glimpsed how sleep itself is medicine, how your dreaming mind is working every night toward your wholeness. Dreams remind us that consciousness is far more mysterious and capable than waking life reveals. Much of the deepest healing happens in silence, in darkness, in states we don't fully remember. Your sleeping mind demonstrates patience, returning to difficult material night after night until something shifts. Without forcing, without timeline, your dreams guide you gently toward the peace you deserve. In these final minutes, Take the deepest breath you can. As deep as possible, think about consciousness itself. Yours. Mine. Everyone listening. All awareness everywhere. Perhaps all connected in ways we don't yet understand. You are not alone in the universe of minds. Let your entire being dissolve into the ocean of consciousness, into dreamless rest, into the space before thought. Prepare for deep sleep. No boundaries left. Only peace. If this thoughtful exploration of the mind made you relax, fall asleep, or sparked curiosity tonight, a gentle like and subscribe helps other sleepless souls discover this peaceful space too. It only takes a moment, but it means the world to us. One quiet tap, one sleepy soul at a time. But there's no need to do anything now. Nothing at all. You've traveled far tonight, deeper into consciousness than most waking journeys take you. You can allow these thoughts of dreams and forgiveness to fade now, like morning mist lifting from a quiet lake, leaving only the gentle calm behind. Let your breathing deepen. Let your body feel heavier, as if the earth itself is welcoming you back, holding you safely. If sleep comes, let it carry you like a boat on still water, smoothly, inevitably, into a realm where time and weight no longer matter. If your eyes are still open, the next video is waiting for you, ready to continue the journey. But if they're closed, stay there. Stay in the darkness that feels safe and warm. Tomorrow, your dreams will still be there. Tomorrow, healing will continue. But tonight belongs to stillness. Rest well, sleepy souls. And remember, your dreaming mind is wiser and kinder than you know. It works while you rest, seeking your peace, finding pathways to wholeness that your waking mind hasn't yet discovered. Trust it. Dream deeper with bedtime science. Good night.